My first experience of Omega Psi Phi was seeing my uncles. And so getting a chance to participate in different activities with them, everything from car washes to attending the Million Man March with them and seeing what it was like to be amongst that, that was it. I was convinced that this is what I wanted to be a part of.
The teachers that I admired most, the coaches, were Omega men. So Omega had an early start with me in terms of my preference for a fraternity.
My father was initiated in Omega Psi Phi Mu Psi in 1942. I don't remember not seeing Omega Psi Phi in my life.
Out in front of our cafeteria, Omega Psi Phi, the brothers basically put on a step show. And I said to myself, who are these guys?
They do some real progressive things for the fraternity. You know, they would go out and help people in the community and things of that sort, which I thought was a pretty good deal, you know. And they looked like they were having a good time.
Learning more than anything that there was a chapter with so much history and so much rich knowledge and accomplishments and accolades. I knew I was gonna be an Omega man. I said it has to be the Tau Omega chapter.
Tau Omega, in my opinion, has always been a very strong organization.
When I first joined Tau Omega in the late 60s, on my first visit, I was sort of impressed as I got to know the brothers.
I witnessed their contributions to civic activities and social activities. A lot of the leadership in Tau Omega were men whom I admired, who adopted me, made a difference in my life.
I just noticed the work that they put behind closed doors. And just to see that, okay, they're really trying to uplift the community.
Omega has been established and created a long time ago. We've started to mirror ourselves behind the organization, how it was founded and why it was founded and what it was founded for.
It was cool because it was a lot of the older brothers that were around, and so it was great to be able to sit down and listen, you know, to the John Thompsons and the Brother Fosters and the Kilimanjaros and, you know, Brother Whitakers, and to hear their stories, to hear their wisdom and to learn from them as, you know, we were young up-and-comers in the frat. And so it was a unique time, it was a growing time, and so to see where we are now with, you know, more than 80, 90 plus members, I can remember when it wasn't like that.
We all need mentors in this world. Most importantly, we all need friends. That's what Omega Psi Phi has done for me. Taught me friendship. Friendship is essential to the soul.
The power of Omega is limitless. There's never been a time, there's never been a city, a state, a region, a country that I haven't been to that I did not find a brother.
That's the most important thing to me is brotherhood, the things that we can do together and have done together.
In the 60s, a lot of doors to opportunity were not available. And by being a member of the fraternity, we all shared common experiences, how to negate racism, how to bond ourselves together, to help each other, help prepare me for the outside world, particularly in corporate America.
Honoring older brothers who've come and gone, future brothers, current brothers, and continue to leave a strong imprint on the gate.
Being a part of this fraternity is for life. You see why kids want to mimic it. You see why it's talked about. You see why it's just so recognizable. There's nothing like the brothers.
We've done so much in the first 100 years, and we've done things that a lot of people thought were impossible. But the beautiful thing about Tau Omega is that we can overcome anything.
We make a way out of no way. Our superpower as our chapter is resilience.
Active with the fraternity for 53 years, never had an inactive year. I don't know how much longer I have on this earth, but you can add those years to 53, and that's how many I will have, because I will never be inactive.
Central focus of Omega Psi Phi is, of course, is to provide service, help, community service.
Continue to make contributions to the community, continue to create legacy.
Uplift the community and the people here in Greensboro.
Always trying to lift as we climb and reach back and help the next person. and showing that, and not just talking about it, but being about it, modeling that for my sons. So one day, if they are fortunate enough, they can be Omega men too.
As we approach that centennial, have so much more to give and to offer.
100 years later and 50 years from now, that it's going to continue to become more spread its wings to all aspects of Greensboro and the surrounding community. Bring in men who are about business, and they're going to attract that same kind of individual.
You begin to follow in their paths of leadership, of being the best man that you can possibly be.
You're not born a leader. A lot of people think, said you're born a leader, but you're made a leader. And you're made a leader by experiences that you have.
Be a part of the work, because those are the things that are going to carry this chapter into its next 100.
And I hope to be here to see it over the next 100 years. Lord, that would be really good.
Showing what we do in our service activities and how we conduct ourselves as men and as fathers, as brothers, as cousins, uncles, veterans, professionals. We have to know that as Omega men, we're making an impact across the scale from infant to elder. Omega Psi Phi represents something powerful.
I'm just proud to be a Q. I ain't doing the whooping, but you gotta let him do that.
The mighty TQ will always forever reign throughout the gate and beyond. Ayya, 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 ayya.